Morning and welcome to another week. Had you back a couple of winners last week, double for the stable in Sydney and the Ingham family with Sadler's Lake and Metallic Crown. And we can get anything in Melbourne?
Bagman second.
Bagman runs second. Big run too. Big run. Anything this week? Anything happen?
Bart Cummings' funeral Monday. It was
Cummings' funeral.
good turnout, good send off.
State funeral, you know you got a bit of pull when you get one of those.
Certainly has, and rightly so. What a man.
No, exactly. Anything else? Starting to really heat up now, the spring. Good horses are back, very exciting on Saturday. Just loving it. We'll go to Rosehill Saturday.
What's the difference between that and the middle of winter? Doesn't mean any difference to you, does it?
No.
Still 8 races.
9 races in Melbourne, which I applaud them for. It's good. Just need to find a meeting to go in tandem with Perth because it gets a bit boring waiting for the next come round at Belmont on a Saturday night. First race.
Why don't you drive to work in the morning?
No, usually I back the first 3 winners at Yonkers.
Does Yonkers flow into the greyhounds in New Zealand?
Tiawamutu dogs in
the morning?
What are they called?
Manawatu
dogs. No, I don't bet there. Too many other luck stories. First race, Rosehill, Rambit Handicap, Marinostro down to Heroes.
Handicap.
Yeah, I can throw a little mention in there.
Shootout should have won. No, Shootout should have won the Rambit.
Anyway, just still worrying about things that happened 5 years ago. Marinostro and Dance of Heroes.
Marinostro, big weight, wide draw, good track. All 3 are against him. But gee, horse ran well last start, didn't he?
He went good. He probably nearly should have run clear second.
He'd be hard to beat again.
Dance of Heroes.
A little bit of a query over distance.
Scratch from a soft track last week.
Yeah, we did the right thing there, Liam. He loves a good track, this horse. And I think it's the right race, drawn well. If he can settle, be hard to beat.
Race 2, Silver Ball, third up. Kingston Town Stakes. Looks set to peak here.
Yes, Brendan Abdullah won on him last time he rode him.
Win the cup winner.
Great win that was. Same distance, same track. He's ready to go. Third up for a spell, isn't he? Barrier 4 should get a lovely run. I think he'll be one of our better bets of the day.
Oh, you're betting on Saturday?
Cheering.
Race 3.
Notice Joe Moreira's got a ride there.
Yep.
You haven't booked him this week?
No, I got sacked. Therefore, not using him anymore.
That's not the truth. The truth is you're supporting the local jockeys.
100%.
Yeah, good on you.
Race 3. 2 mares, 1 filly, 3 nice horses.
Different if you needed them, like in someone you couldn't get a lightweight. That's why we bring them out.
Yeah.
There's plenty of jockeys here.
Just fills the void for those lightweight horses.
Yeah.
Sweet Fire, Rockalicious. Should draw. Lacala.
Sweet
Fire. Well, just firstly I want to touch on Lacala. 53 kilos, being a 3-year-old. Jim Cassidy's making weight. Last start winner. Distance suits, trialled a few days between runs now, but how many weeks?
I'm not sure.
About 3 or 4. Trial the other day was, to my eye, unimpressive. Give me a push.
She's going terrific.
Okay,
She's
what about the other
horse. 2? She just needs, it's hard for the 3-year-old fillies to be racing against the old horses this time of year.
Yep.
There's no denying that, but she's got a much bigger future than most of these in this race. So that'll give her a chance. But she's certainly a horse that'll be better over further. Sweet Fire, bad draw, barrier 9, good jockey, Ty England. It's a good 500 metre run to the first corner. So we'll just hope that he can get a bit of luck. And Rockalicious, barrier 14. She'll need some luck from out there. She normally goes forward, but pretty versatile horse on the training tracks. She's very tractable. Maybe that'll just help us find a spot. But hey, with the 3 in the race, you don't want them all be back last, do you? So one of them will go forward, probably Rockalicious.
Well, yeah, for sure.
As long as we're not going to burn the candle at both ends, she's got plenty of time to get across.
Would Lacala, you've been riding her negatively from wide draws, you wouldn't think she could take up the place?
I don't know if we're riding negatively or she just she hasn't got early speed.
Oh, I don't think of that.
Oh, okay.
Good project.
Genius.
Trial enormous, Good horse this. Good draw. Very hard to beat. What do you think?
Gee, I don't know how genuine he is. He's a colt. 200 metres.
I don't know how genuine you've been for the viewers saying that either.
I think he's a good chance, but he's only had the one trial and he's still quite big in condition.
He'll win on Saturday. Catkins, barrier 6. Good little field this.
Cool.
She's very well suited at the set weights and penalty scale, being a Group 2 winner. Got a sleeping apnea problem.
Catkins. Yeah, she's a bit heavier than she normally would be going to the races first prep, but we've kept in mind that she's going to be up for quite a while and it's far from a grand final. So, as you said, horses like Bounding, Peeping, gee, they're good horses, serious horses.
I didn't mention them, I just said it was a good field.
They've both had a run under their belt. They've both drawn soft. They will be very hard for us to beat. I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't win, but she's in for a good preparation.
Press statement. Blinds up in the Golden Rose. First up run was super. Probably indicated looking for the 1400. Small field from the last couple of renewals of the Golden Rose that we've seen.
He's a good horse, as you said. I think the 1400 metre distance will really suit. Barrier 3 is going to get a lovely run. Exosphere's there on our inside. It'll get a nice run as well. Hey, and let's not forget there's a few others there as well that deserve a mention. But Speak Fondant, gee, wasn't she good last time?
You're tipping horses now.
No, I'm not.
You know what happened to the last play that was tipping horses now?
Right.
He's looking at 7 to 10. Race 7. Theo Marks Stakes. You didn't get that, did you? Doesn't matter. Strawberry Boy Heart Tester Winks. A couple of well placed at the handicaps. We'll start with Strawberry Boy first up. Another one scratched off that soft track last week at Randwick.
Yeah, no idea as good on a wet track as he is on good. Jim Cassie rides, good soft barrier 5. 2 good wins at the end of last preparation. He's come back well.
Heart Tester.
Terrific run first up. Slightly awkward gate, barrier 9. But he's never far away. Perfect distance for him.
Winks. We saw her explode and she got to Queensland. Barrier 11. Lightweight. Class mare. Another one out of the successful school. Well, Guy Mulcaster Bloodstock purchases.
Hasn't he bought some horses for the stable?
I know. Ride to Redemption goes around in the second race tomorrow at Hawkesbury.
Megalopolis, he's run at
Cranbourne on Sunday. Don't be mean. For every one of them he's bought a good one.
He certainly has. Freak really, in the terms of Bloodstock Hall of Famers. Do they have a Hall of Fame in the Bloodstock?
Well, he's never won a rider up for himself.
No, but Jesus, can do yourself a lot more harm than get in by your horse.
Yeah.
What's the going rate these days? 2%?
I think the better blokes charge 3.5.
I know some of them try and get away with 10.
Anyway.
5's fair, isn't it?
Mate, a bloke can buy that many Group 1 winners and hit it that many times. I don't think it's by a fluke.
No.
Winks, how she returned, has another long break. We saw a couple of winners come off that Queensland prep first up last weekend. Saddler's Lake, one of those. So I just reckon these Queensland horses seem to resume with a bit more residual fitness.
Star.
Well, that wasn't Guy's fault. You running on a soft track.
No. Yeah, fair call. She's come back terrific. Good horse, I reckon. Good horse. I know she only beat Queensland horses, but I just think she's got a bit more than that. She was a length off first seal, who I thought was one of the best horses in Australia in the first part of last year. I reckon Winks has got to that level now herself. And we'll see this preparation. She's a fair dinkum horse.
She should have won the Oaks, Australian Oaks.
I think she's a better horse now than she was then.
Okay. More dynamic at the shorter trips?
Well, it's just a bit easier on them, I think. Yeah, she gets 2,400, but I reckon she'll get a mile on the Epsom.
Just cut it. I haven't got the 21s in. Barry Miller, Holy Delusions in the last.
Barry Miller, wow, what a win.
Carried the weight last start.
She did. Similar theory here, but she's going up in grades and carrying the weight again, so it makes it a bit harder every time they win. She's won 3 races this year.
I know.
She's done a good job.
She was basically, she had a first up run back when Bowman won the Duke for 10,000. That was that same day.
Yeah, ran one.
Yeah, heavy track.
That's right.
No, but they got the double.
Jimmy Cassidy rode it.
Yep.
Holy Delusions, she's there, she's always honest. She's always better against the fillies and mares, but she's up against the boys here on Saturday, but she's racing well. Jimmy Cassidy.
Yeah. Head to Melbourne. Flemington, Group 1 day. It's just brilliant. Raining and Samarco line up in the 2,500 metre handicap event. Glenn Schofield takes right on Raining. What happened there? Give Ollie the flag.
But Tim and Ollie jumped off one, did he?
Yeah, doing no.
Anyhow, he's going well. He just needs a bit of luck. Barrier 8 just needs to slot in there somewhere.
It's quiet, very quiet.
Right on quiet. Back.
Yeah.
Right on. And make sure you tell the stewards.
Yeah.
And Sir Marco, barrier 10. He'll be back there as well. So you want 2 horses ridden back?
I don't care. Flemington, long way home.
Well, they're both in terrific form. Sir Marco beat Raining home last start, but there's not much separating the two, is there?
Nope.
Craig Newitt rides Sir Marco.
Frog's flying at the moment. Sorry, I haven't got my glasses on. Makybe Diva Stakes, Group 1 mile, Boban.
What one?
You were hesitant to try him at the trip, initially. You've put him in, he's drawn a soft alley.
Perfect.
Weary's drawn 13, unlucky barrier for him again. Boban, come on since that first up win. Okay.
Outstanding. Working terrific. I don't think he's as good as at a mile. He needs a soft run. He needs to settle. And if that happens, he can win.
Weary, drawn awkward, probably, well, his general pattern now is to get back in his races. Is he better suited with a bit of cut out of the ground?
He is. Soft 5 there at the moment, but that'll get back to a good 3, won't it? You would think. He's going terrific. Both runs have been good. He had no luck last start. Flemington, doesn't matter where you draw. You go back.
I've seen some hard luck stories there. Do you want to bring a couple to the steps through? So, you want me to touch on those?
Unlucky ones.
Winetails.
Winetails had a perfect draw. Kermadec had a perfect
You said it doesn't matter what you draw at Flemington.
Well, that had nothing to do with Winetails getting slaughtered, and it didn't have anything to do with Kermadec getting slaughtered. Just
Same bloke that said 6 months ago barriers don't matter.
Short Man was
Were you the
most
bloke that
of
said
them.
barriers don't really matter?
I'm saying
Tuned up a bit
barriers are things you talk about pre-race. You don't really talk about them after the race, unless you're looking for excuses.
Weary, yep, he's flying.
Terrific race for him.
Do you reckon he's going to be better again at 2,000?
I know.
Okay. 2 live hopes in a Group 1 anyway. Amicus, impressive winner first up, drawn awkwardly, good field in the Let's Slope on Saturday.
Good field. He's going to need a bit of luck from there, that draw. See, I hate bad barriers. 1,400 metre at Flemington.
You're a
You do need
hypocrite.
a good barrier.
You were sitting here before when the fields came out, blowing up because you're drawing so many bad alleys.
Well, the 1,400 at Flemington, you need a good barrier. That's a poor barrier.
You can win from anywhere at Flemington.
Well,
It doesn't matter what barrier you get.
you can win them from up the front over 1,400 at Flemington because they can quite often leave you alone. But Jesus, that's a strong race. She's well. She heads to Melbourne tonight. Worked a treat.
Last race, you want to have anything to say about these barriers? Abasso, good to see the stewards have enforced him having a week off, his 4th emergency. Done a good job this prep, that horse.
He has.
And Diametric, barrier 20. Get Glenn Schofield something to think about, 5:20 PM on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
Give him anything there.
Diametric just have to go back from the gate.
Mutual Regard, John Sadler. Ran the Melbourne Cup, of course. Johnny Murtaugh, wasn't it?
Kia.
Same horse.
Basso, he's working terrific. Unlikely to get a run, and if he doesn't, probably go to the spelling paddock, come back through the summer races, and as you said, he's done a terrific job.
Okay.
Wylam Cup was good last Friday.
Outstanding, well done to the team.
Who bought that?
Guy Marcus Cool.
He's won about 6 or 7 races, that horse.
Yeah.
4 this prep. Doing a good job.
3 wide. 3 World Cups in a row for the team. Guy Mulcaster, 3 World
Reading
Cup
have won
winners.
5 out of the last 6 World Cups.
He's bought the last 3.
Really? Fair play.
Give me your best of the day on Saturday, because I've got one of my fans, Greggy, reckons you hold back.
Silver balls.
Silver balls. There you go. Greggy, silver balls on Saturday, pal.
Happy
Good
cheering.
luck. Happy punting.